we will be performing a half kneeling knee flexion passive range liftoff. So I'm going to be using my stick mobility sticks here, as they're a really great tool for creating tension, just to allow me to create more stability so I can really target that specific joint that I'm working on, which in this case would be knee flexion, really going after the hamstring. So if you need to pick some of those sticks up, you can just refer to our resources section where we have those there for you. If you don't have those sticks, you can use dowels, you can use a wall, you can use a chair, something that just allows you to create tension, really hold on to that object so you don't have to worry about your balance, so you can really target on this specific tissue. So in this case, I'm gonna be using blocks to elevate my foot up into my passive range. I don't wanna go into my passive end range, because then I will not be able to contract into that active range. So we wanna get into that passive range, you can find your passive end range, and then come out of it just a little bit so you have a zone of active range of motion. You're always gonna have more passive than active, but what we wanna try to work on is bringing those two a little bit closer together. So I'm gonna set up in a half kneeling position with my target leg down and my foot elevated on my object. You can use blocks, you can elevate onto a bench, onto your bed, onto a wall, really anything that allows you to get that foot up. And then I'm gonna use my sticks for stability here. So I have a good straight line from my knee back to my foot. I'm using my sticks right out in front. So I'm gonna drive these sticks into the floor. It's really gonna be a great tool for helping us create tension and stability. So as I do so, I'm driving down, so I'm getting those lats involved, keeping my ribs down, keeping that hip nice and tight. So nothing else is moving except that knee, right? I don't wanna extend that lumbar spine. I don't wanna have to lean forward to get that foot off that object. I wanna target everything, backside of that leg, that's gonna pull my heel, pull my foot off of that object. So from there, I'm just gonna drive down, full body contraction, squeeze that glute, take a breath in, spill that contraction out to that leg. From there, I will just work to lift, squeeze that hamstring, and then set back down slow. Contract, full body tension, lift, and set right back down slow. So the height of your object is gonna be dependent on your mobility, on your needs and your goals, and then the amount of time that you spend up in the air. So you may go up, you may hold for longer, you may go up, set right back down. Those holds, that length of time is gonna be dependent on your program, and then also the amount of sets and overall reps that you do. So it's all gonna be variables that you can play around with, but that is the half kneeling knee flexion passive range liftoff.